Welcome to episode 2 of Game Theory.
Woo! Gets longer every time.
Yeah, last time I didn't realize that I said that Parker and Jude should introduce each other, so that made a really awkward beginning for the last episode.
Why was it awkward? We were pretty quick about it. I was
no, you guys like thought about it.
Immediately.
Yeah,
like,
no, and I hated listening back and editing that bit because I was just like, oh god, I just said the same thing twice and acted like it was new information. But it was fine. So if you listened to the first episode, you know who we are. If you didn't, well, go listen. I guess
we're not telling you.
Yeah.
This is Isaac. He's a sweet boy. This is Jude. They're a sweet person. I'm Parker.
He's a sweet boy. He can't eat dairy.
Yeah, he can't eat dairy.
That's the trait that you tell me. He can't eat dairy,
or he will die, like that shrimp.
The shrimp, no shrimp or he fucking dies. That's Parker, but with dairy.
No shrimp.
There's a receipt, like this guy went to a Chinese food place. He's like, I have a severe seafood allergy, and so on the receipt it's like, no shrimp or you fucking die. That's you with dairy.
So
that's so funny.
So to getting into our real deal icebreaker, the question is, if you were stranded on an island, which video game character would you want to be stranded with?
Oh, that's a good question. Because you could either go like, they're funny and a good time, or like, I would bone with that.
That's where I would go. I'd be like, they can fly, we can get out.
I would just be like, we can just straight up bone for like
the
hours.
Island is ours.
The island is ours to bone across.
See, I was thinking about it in like a fucking like a tactical way, like how could I get off?
How can I get out?
This person can turn into a boat, so
no, I was gonna say who could turn into a boat and just
I don't know a single video game character who can turn into a boat.
I don't know any.
I would take the King of Red Lions from Wind Waker because he's a boat.
Oh shit. Damn it. That's
there you
a good
go.
One.
I was gonna, since there are a ton of DC video games, I was gonna say Aquaman.
See, Isaac and me are on the same wavelength. Who would you fuck on island?
But I would also fuck Aquaman on an island.
I wouldn't fuck the King of Red Lions. He's a boat.
Yeah.
Man,
it'd be really a lot of splinters.
I would definitely splinters.
I would bring Nathan Drake because Nathan Drake can get himself out of any situation.
Nathan Drake can also climb walls better than you can.
I was like, hey Isaac, watch me Nathan Drake this wall, and then I just like hung from the wall and like my hands were raw and just all gross, and I was like, shit.
I did it.
Yeah, I Nathan Draked my way across this wall.
You got like 2 feet. It was the funniest part.
Yeah, I tried to sidle and I was like, this hurts my hands.
Ow, my palms.
My palms.
These are some good answers. I'm glad we all went tactical / boning. Except for Jude.
Straight tactical.
I mean, but like I couldn't bone Nathan Drake though.
Why not?
Well, because I would just be like,
where's the hold up?
No one's limiting you but yourself, bro.
Yeah, I would look at his abs and I'd be like, I don't have these. And then
you could have them.
I would just like resent him for it.
So it's October, everybody, and if you don't know, October is LGBTQ
month of
History
strength.
Month.
Oh.
My month of strength. It's History Month for the LGBTQ community.
Woo!
Especially because Coming Out Day was on the 11th. We missed that, but it's fine. But also, it's the History Month because in 1994, Rodney Wilson, a Missouri high school teacher, wanted to just have a whole month dedicated to talking about LGBTQ history because it's not regularly taught. And so that was a tidbit from LGBThistorymonth.com, so go check them out. They put up new icons every day of the month, and they have cool bios and all sorts of other information. It's
honestly,
really fun.
Though, you both are like gay icons.
Shut up.
LGBTQ icons. Like,
also, side note, the Harold Washington Library has like an LGBTQ Hall of Fame.
Yes, Harold.
Yeah, I know. It was so good. But then also this month is ADHD Awareness Month.
Whoa!
Yeah, woo!
That's me.
We loved it.
I cracked my neck.
I know this is probably like, it's absolutely wrong. It absolutely is. I'm not like, but I swear I have ADHD. I swear I have it. I've never been.
No,
like,
actually, on their
diagnosed.
website, they're just like a lot of adults are undiagnosed, and so like
I'm diagnosed.
So yeah, October is a lot of months bringing awareness to stuff, and since I'm really gay but not ADHD, I thought I'd talk a little bit about history stuff. So coming out day was recently October 11th. Woohoo! I'm bi and trans. I love coming out. It's great. It's super tiring.
It is very tiring.
But it's
I'm
really
sorry.
cool. It's really cool that October 11th is the now 29th. Well, this year was the 29th anniversary of the LGBTQ or lesbian and gay march on Washington, and so that's where it got started.
That's good.
Yeah, because people like to forget that Pride was not just a good time, not just drinking, and not just shirtless men. As much as we love them, it's fucking revolution. It's like
It started with like riots.
yeah,
so,
like Pride is riot.
Yeah,
and so
honestly.
With some like heavy metal.
No, like legit, like
No.
bricks were thrown at
Well,
police officers.
Well, no, like I know that, but like there's that heavy metal song. Let's start a riot.
That's by 3 Days Grace, and I will
That's
take you to
not-
not insult one of my favorite songs of all time.
I'm sorry.
I just really like 3 Days Grace.
But
Very
yeah,
memorable.
so Jude mentioned bricks being thrown, like that referencing Stonewall, which was like super big. Here's Amanda. Hi, Amanda.
Hello, Amanda.
You want to join us? You can
Yeah.
still join us if you want.
We're talking about LGBTQ history real quick, and so I wanted to mention one of my other favorite riots, which was
I love riots.
I think it's Compton Cafeteria riot
Oh,
or
the
something
Compton
like
riots,
that.
yeah.
Yeah, and so literally one night, cops were all coming into this diner where a lot of trans and drag queens, trans folks and drag queens would go after the shows and all that kind of stuff, the bars, for like food and that kind of stuff. And so they would just, as a form of protest, because like the cops just started trying to arrest everybody, they threw literally everything they had. Like they threw plates, mugs, hot coffee, like donuts, like everything. Everything at the cops. Yeah, no, and like I think if I'm remembering this correctly, they distracted enough cops for like a couple people to like get back out of the cop cars. It's one of the most like dearest things to my heart, because it's like literally stop coming into our safe spaces. But anyway.
And that's awesome, but I also just love picturing be like, taste the sweetness of my fury, and just like throwing.
I'm just imagining like
Usually
plates, like
the thing that they love against.
I'm just imagining like a plate like shattering, and then it's like,
Oh my God.
and then, like it's like,
It's
sticks
like
to their
bouncing off
face.
them. It's like jelly gets all over their uniforms.
and the
like,
guy's like, oh fuck, I threw the wrong thing.
Yeah,
I
he's
meant
like-
this, and he like throws like hot coffee. Fuck
yeah,
you.
Yeah, he's like, I don't even care about a plate breaking against my head. It's like my uniform's all sticky now.
So yeah, sorry. Now that I finished that little tidbit, we have Amanda with us now, who's
Woo!
also
Welcome,
a game,
Amanda.
Gay.
A
game student, and so yeah, we're talking about gay characters and ADHD characters because it's History Month and Awareness Month.
Too bad there's like no
Too bad there's
confirmed
no
ADHD
confirmed
characters.
ADHD. Yeah,
Yep.
like that's
Yep.
the thing. Like
That-
I want people to represent my gayness and my ADHD.
That's what we were talking about earlier. We're
Yeah.
just like if you look up like characters with confirmed ADHD, it's like none. It's like this is my head canon. And it's like that's nice.
Yeah.
And like you can when you have ADHD, you can like look at a character and be like, okay, yeah, that's really clear that they are written to have ADHD, but they like don't
Creators
say it.
won't say it.
And it's like just fucking say it, my dude. Just say it.
Amanda, I totally forgot you were bisexual.
I am.
Oh my
I
god,
totally
you did?
forgot. Yeah.
We talk about how hot chicks are like all the time.
Yeah,
I'm
like
just
honestly.
a piece of shit.
Amanda
I'm a
was
piece
about
of
to
shit.
like Amanda and Jude were about to fight over Alice in the D&D.
Yeah, Amanda and I
Well,
were
I
like,
wasn't listening. To
Alice
Amanda
is
and
the,
I- when Symmetra's-
one
yeah.
of our NPCs.
You
When-
should have
when-
seen us when Symmetric
When
came out.
Symmetra, okay, so
I'm
we
pretty
talked.
sure we about died.
We talked about Overwatch last week, or 2 weeks ago, or whenever we did this, and she got a great skin that she's a dragon in, and Amanda and I like basically died of like
I mean, I died too.
crotchular explosion.
Obviously.
So
yeah.
another thing that's
Such
probably
as a
going to
bully.
happen in this podcast is we're going to be talking about Halloween, Overwatch, because
Zenyatta.
yeah, we're all dying.
Oh,
Um,
you should have seen us when Jude and I when it started, because Jude and I literally got our
There's so
laptops.
much-
sat on the couch, paid
Tentacle
what,
porn of
$50
Zenyatta.
or $40 to get 50 loot boxes.
Oh yeah, we bought fucking
Didn't
so
get
many.
all the things we wanted. Paid another $20 to get another 24 loot boxes, and we were just
I needed that Symmetra
screaming
skin.
on the couch, and our roommates
I
were
needed
like
it.
looking at us like we're crazy.
I needed that Symmetra skin. I needed it, and then I got it.
I will say,
But you
I would
bought it.
absolutely go gay for Zenyatta. Absolutely would go gay for
Which
him.
Zenyatta?
Cthulhu Zenyatta. because
Every
Secret
Zenyatta.
Rivals movie- Well, I mean every single
Every
one, but like I think
Parker,
Cthulhu
we're not
Zenyatta.
here to kink shame, but if you're into tentacle porn, I don't know. I don't know if we're friends right
There's
now.
so much tentacle porn about Zenyatta now.
Yeah.
I'm
You
not
know-
here to kink shame, but I'm absolutely here to kink shame.
You know, like you know,
I'm gonna do a little bit of LGBTQ game history.
Oh.
So, like, for instance, almost 30 years ago in 1987, forgive me, Nintendo had their big game, Super Mario Bros. 2, and they introduced a new character in it. The first instance of a transgender character.
Oh, shit, Birdo.
Except they didn't really call Birdo trans, and they also referred to Birdo as, like, really negatively. Like, in the codex, it's like,
It's like a slur.
Birdo is a boy who thinks he's a girl and likes to be called Birdetta. And so it's like, Nintendo, please, don't be, stop. But,
please be accepting and open and
yeah,
not
please
creepy.
be
I mean,
better.
the fact that they made it though.
Yeah, the
I know,
fact
but
that Birdo
they
exists.
Yeah, but they just refer
is
to it.
great.
I mean, that's like a lot of
that's-
shit back then.
yeah.
Though.
Yeah, and plus Birdo is beloved now.
There's even
So-
like, I don't know if you had like Samus on there, but there was like some magazines of Samus where people were like, yeah, she's a trans woman. Like,
Yeah.
there was like some
I don't
talks
know.
of like they're
Was
like,
that-
yeah.
I actually
was that
was
confirmed?
I think
unaware.
it was in like a Japanese magazine where they're like, where someone, I think like one guy was like, originally Samus was like born as a man or something. I don't remember the terminology
Weird.
they used.
I
know,
was
and I was like,
unaware of that
Samus is
actually.
trans.
Samus is trans. That's awesome.
That's really cool. I
One
didn't
person
hear
said it. I appreciate it.
Yeah,
It's-
one
it's-
person said it,
it's
therefore
true
it's
now.
true.
It's true for me.
I mean, either way, Samus
I
is
need
a,
it to be true.
like. I mean, trans or not, like
She's trans.
She is a babe.
She's trans.
We all love Samus.
Samus is a babe.
She's trans.
And additionally, in other trans-related groundbreakers, there was a character named Poison in Final Fight in 1989.
I've never heard of that game.
Final Fight.
Well-
I think it's like a side-scrolling beat 'em up, right?
Probably.
Was
I
that
know
was that
Fighter.
Final Fantasy before it was Final Fantasy?
No,
was
oh my
it
God.
Final
I think-
Fight?
I think it was like
then Final
Street-
Fantasy, then Final Fantasy.
I think it was like Street Fighter.
Yeah, it sounds like a Street Fighter game, especially with the name like Poison.
Yeah.
I can look it up.
And so originally, like in the U.S., they like it's weird because in Japan and the U.S. they described Poison differently, and one of them she like just tucks away her business, but in the other one she's described as a post-op transsexual in their words, and I don't really like the word transsexual, but that's my own squeaks. And then aside from that, in the more LGB half of it,
Okay, yeah, it's like a side-scrolling beat 'em up.
mhm.
And this,
There's
she's,
been-
she's very sexualized. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Wow, that she has
Yeah.
no clothes.
all of
Oh, I know her.
almost all of the like representation from these early games is like really
Sorry.
sexualized, really it's super like
Wow.
tropey.
Yeah,
there's a
Jesus.
lot of like drag queens and like a lot of making fun of them in the games.
Just making them
not
like
necessarily,
way
like-
too like over the top.
Yeah. So
Actually-
it's kind of shitty.
I act-
But we love Poison and we love Birdo.
I didn't even know that she was trans. Some of my friends,
No,
they do a lot of competitive fighting games and stuff. So I've seen her a couple of times. She's actually pretty known in the group. She's one of the better. I think she's one of the higher tier characters, but I have no idea if she's.
Yeah,
like it's
no,
there's
nobody
nothing
talks
said,
about it.
neither no news or like anything. Yeah.
Especially
That's
because
really
she's from
cool.
like an old game. Yeah.
The games actually they come out with more, so there's a lot of updated. She's part of some of the newer games.
Like all of the art of her is just
Yeah, super
Very
sexualized.
sexual.
I
I
thought-
didn't know she was trans either. That's
I thought
awesome.
she was like
though.
the basic, super sexualized. I'm a police girl.
I mean,
I'm
she
with
is
you.
super sexualized.
that was just a picture
though.
of a person in her outfit at a urinal.
Nice. Great.
Sorry,
Love
I was
it.
This-
I
I don't know if this is like if this is okay to talk about, but like I mean, trans or not, like if she is trans, she's still over sexualized. You know?
Yeah.
Like
No, I'm saying like a lot of the time when they have like a trans character, they don't represent them in like a this is a
Real.
person way. It's
Yeah.
more like, look at this really over the top character, and they're like very
Yeah.
into
Look at
like,
this weirdo.
and they're like,
Yeah.
or like they're really stereotypically like feminine or masculine. They're like, I'm so feminine, and it's just like, why do you like? I know some people are like, I'm like embrace my femininity because I'm a trans woman, whatever. But it's like,
Or there's a ton of like, they say this, but they're really still
Exactly,
this.
like,
and
yeah.
it's like, fuck you. Like
Watching Drake and Josh now, I get really angry because there's that one episode in season 3 where Josh is like, I want a contest, I have to kiss someone, and then he just like kisses a random girl in the movie theater, right? And then he's like, I want a contest, and then she was like, congratulations, man, in like a very man-like voice, and then the whole show was like, oh, like the track in the background, and he was like all grossed out by it, and I
Yeah.
was like,
Yikes.
damn.
if
that's
you
not-
watch a lot of old like the first Ace Ventura movie, the entire like joke is that she's a trans woman. That's the end joke. Like the person he made out with, he spends like 20 minutes vomiting into a toilet
Ew.
and like scrubbing his mouth out with soap. It's like, what the fuck?
yeah, it's like
She's
honestly,
a woman.
Fuck off.
Like-
yeah.
Yeah, but it's
It gets so tiring to see like the same stupid joke, like, oh no, the person I kissed is a trans woman. I'm gonna go barf now. It's like, come on,
Yeah.
it's their person, their girl. Like,
it's not funny. It's disgusting, and it just makes you
Yeah.
feel like shit when you watch it. It's
It's
like,
also Jim
glad,
Carrey. It's
glad
like, you're better
people
than this.
feel like that when like.
So Jim Carrey, if you're listening to this, we care about you, and we really hope you've learned from your past transphobic. Yeah.
Like, yeah. There's no
Um,
more of that.
But yeah, talking about LGB characters, I didn't get to mention because like there were a lot of NPCs who were like lesbian or gay or that kind of stuff, but that's NPCs and not really players. And so in 1998, Bethesda, our Bethany Esda, not Todd Howard yet.
Mr. Howard, will you come work for Bethesda? I don't want to yet. It's not my time.
No.
That's not how it happened.
It was originally
Oh.
Bethany Esda's like one person company.
Yeah, but Bethesda.
Wait, was
well,
it really
no.
run by? Oh, okay. I was gonna say Bethany Esda made Bethesda. That's amazing.
That's a fucking Monster Factory joke.
I fucking fell for it.
But in Fallout 2, your main character there's like a same-sex marriage option, and so
They did that a
Oh,
lot in
yeah.
Fallout, but then they got rid of it in Fallout 3. But then they
Yeah.
brought it back in Fallout New Vegas.
Mhm.
I don't know.
Well,
why.
not really.
Well, they
so-
like brought it back.
Yeah,
And there was gay characters in Fallout
Yeah,
New Vegas.
Fallout's been on a weird journey. So like Fallout 2, they had this very like because Fallout 2 was one of the best like. Literally, you do anything, and if you miss something, then you fucking miss it.
Yeah, it was very
And so
open,
if
it
you
was
missed
crazy.
that like marriage scene, then that was it. Like it just wasn't in your gameplay, and that's not like something important. And so that really sucked. But in Fallout 3, they had Carol and Greta, I think were their names, and they were like a lesbian couple in Metropolis.
Oh, the ghouls.
the ghouls.
The
Yeah, they were
ghouls, I remember them. Yeah, they were
Um,
great.
I've actually never fully played a Fallout game. before.
Boo.
good.
Okay, I'm
I've
just
never
kidding.
played one.
They're good.
They're good. Yeah, it's fine.
And then in New Vegas, you could do
New
Confirmed
Vegas.
Bachelor or
Or-
Charez La Femme.
Yeah, but you can't like you can only do
There's like
like
flirting options.
there's flirting options,
And then there's
and it's, like, charisma
Then there's some
checks,
like
but it's
Veronica and
not.
Arcade are both gay.
yeah. So yeah, but they're also like NPCs who you can't like marry.
It's I hated that you couldn't romance your fucking but you could romance Cass as a dude,
yeah,
which is dumb.
Cass was definitely
You could flirt with
bi.
Arcade.
Yeah,
You couldn't flirt
You
with
could
Veronica.
flirt with Arcade to get him on your team, and then that was like it.
And then you couldn't flirt with
Is,
Veronica.
is this
'cause
still Fallout 2?
Fallout
This is
New
Fallout
Vegas.
4 or New
Oh,
Vegas.
this is New Vegas.
And then
okay.
Fallout 4 was just kind of like player sexual.
Yeah, player sexual. Everybody's bi, except for Nick,
Everybody loves your
detective.
character,
Yeah,
except for him because he's like, no,
I don't love it.
no.
Nick
Nick
is
is
that like
strong.
is that like synth guy, right?
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
like the
he's the
falling apart
robot.
synth.
He is awesome.
I married-
Robot detective kind of
Yeah,
thing?
I married
Okay.
Kiri.
Ooh, I
She had a cute voice.
Curie's cute. I love McCready and
Oh, McCready's so cute.
Preston too much.
Vamp.
Preston is my.
Oh,
I restarted the
not-
game and
not
played Preston,
that
and when he
one.
like admitted that he was like depressed and suicidal, I was like,
Preston.
You
Spoiler
guys,
alerts
you
for
guys
Preston's
said
character.
McCree. I
McCready.
Totally,
Yeah.
McCready. Oh, I thought
we
you
thought
said
Isn't he
McCready.
also played by
Like, what
Matthew
are we
Mercer
talking
though?
about?
McCready? He might be.
he is.
wouldn't
I
be
mean, like,
surprised.
I think everyone's played by Matt Mercer in most games.
And anyone whose name starts with an MC is like,
I know. Yeah. It's fucking.
me.
Yeah.
MC,
so,
main character, Matthew Mercer.
So there was our little Fallout triad because they've had a bit of a bumpy road. But
Yeah, a lot of ups
I'm
and
looking
downs.
for it. I'm,
Isn't
I'm okay with
like Fallout 2 the one where it's like that really weird skin monster is the bad guy? like the Master or something like that?
I think that's Fallout 1.
Okay, because that shit gives me nightmares.
He's the one who
Yeah.
made the Super Mutants.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
He
Oh, so there's
created-
lore behind that?
Yeah, he created Super Mutants as like an army.
Oh, shit.
Cool looking ones with the horns.
No, Super Mutants are the big green ogre looking guys.
Oh.
Sure.
And then Nightkin are the blue versions of them that can also turn invisible.
Well, yeah. Because they're like addicted to the
It's
stealth packs.
Stealth packs, yeah. Stealth boys.
Or stealth boys.
So what are those giant monsters then?
Those are Super
Are you
Mutants.
talking about the...
ones with
Dinosaur
the
ones.
horns.
Oh,
Dinosaur
those are
boys.
big corners.
Those are death claws. And you
Oh,
know what?
death claws. I was
and
thinking
you know
big
what?
corners.
Death claws are radioactive. Like, what's the word?
Mutated?
Mutated from
Dogs.
chameleons.
I love
Really?
it.
Yeah.
I love
No,
it.
it's
Did
super
they change
cool.
color?
No.
No, well, some of them. I feel like that used to be a thing, but
Not anymore.
yeah, no.
Now they're
and
just
they also
big and
had like
brown.
yeah, and they also had like talking death claws, which was super cool.
That is
But then
true.
they were just like, we're just gonna kill this.
Now they're just terrifying to find.
yeah,
You're like,
now
oh,
they're
no,
just, like
God.
scary as fuck.
Honestly,
really cool
the
looking.
fact that they
I want-
could talk would, and like they were really smart would be more scary than just talking to their
No, now it's more like you're walking around
You had
and
a
you're
death
like,
claw companion in one of the games.
but now,
Oh, shit,
But now it's more like you're walking around and you're like, "Doop, doop, doop," and you just turn around, it's like, and you're like, I'm out. And then you fly away when they hit you. You're like,
I'm 95,000.
yeah, you die.
Goodbye.
The only time
Fair wins.
in any game where I've like flown away from being hit is during Skyrim when the giants came.
Very similar to that.
Okay, but like my
Skyrim,
game
another
glitched.
game you can be gay in.
Yes,
Exactly.
but like I hate Skyrim. Gotta be honest. But
Big man.
in Skyrim, my game glitched out when I got hit by a giant because there were like 4 giants that I had to start like a camp or something, and then they just like slammed the ground near me, and then I launched up into the air, and then I went above the throat of the world, and then I fell back down, and then I saw a dragon spawn in and then spawn out, and then I hit the ground.
That's perfect. That's exactly Ty Howard's Skyrim.
That dragon was definitely a boy, and I definitely wanted to romance that dragon. God. Representation in games, Bethesda. Come on, you're doing it so well so far. I want to
Are
be
they?
Just in Parker
So,
wants
like,
that
talk
dragon
about-
dick. I'm gonna pull up the Wikipedia page with a list of games with LGBTQ characters.
Cool, yeah.
So we can like go through and look at some of these because they're really cool. And it really sucks that there's
I've
not a
probably
list like
played a
this
lot of them.
for ADHD characters.
No,
show.
they don't exist.
But so like the first one they have listed is in 1986, Infocom released Moon Mist, which was a text adventure mystery. And in one plot line, they had a criminal who was a female artist who's jealous because her girlfriend is married to a man. And so,
What?
yeah, so they consider this the first like homosexual character in a video game because her girlfriend was married
Let's
to
see,
a man.
Caper and the Castro. There's some Mario Brothers 2.
Yeah, there's Mario Brothers
Final
2,
Fight.
right? In 1989, Cinema were released It Came from the Desert, and they had a character named Jackie who was reported as a lesbian for her term of the use girlfriend, though some analysts believe that this is a misinterpretation of the common platonic meaning between heterosexual female friends.
Hate
That's
that.
so
So
that
confusing.
so much.
Gal pals don't exist, they're just fucking... Alright, that's not true, but...
I want to scroll down and see all of them.
Yeah, I got you.
Sorry, I don't want, like, are we going to read all of them? or just,
Yeah,
like,
so
scroll
it's
through?
like broken into a timeline kind of thing. So that was 1986 to 1989. But during
What are
the
some in the 90s?
Oh, Chrono Trigger.
yeah, here's some 90s
Well, there's some in
stuff.
Chrono Trigger. I've actually never played
There was
Chrono
like a
Trigger.
gender fluid character.
I heard it was
right?
a good
Flea?
game.
Oh,
Me
yeah,
too.
Flea, who's a villain.
Of course.
Of
yeah.
Chrono Trigger?
So, yeah, in Chrono Trigger, who's gender fluid or gender non-conforming.
That's
And so-
awesome.
Except they're a
They're a
villain.
villain. They're always a villain.
Yeah, so like looking at a lot of these,
Trans
like,
and
they're
gay
like,
characters are almost
not,
always
yeah, they're like
Really?
criminals
I actually
or
was
like
unaware
NPCs,
that that
not
was,
good
like-
characters.
a lot of the
like
time,
that.
or characters who are based on gay or trans characters are made into villains. Like Ursula was based off a drag queen.
Really?
And yeah, so it makes it so like gay and trans kids growing up are like identifying with the villains.
Cool. I'm just gonna like do
Kill
crime.
people.
See,
Because like
like-
the only
Yeah.
characters who are like me are villains.
I know
I
in a lot of
actually didn't
like
know.
Japanese animes and stuff, a lot of characters who seem like they are trans, or like what you see is just like a dude who seems like he's crazy and wears super like revealing clothes and is
Like
always
Final Fantasy VI.
like that. And like there's a show that I watched called I think it was Boso Renkin, and it's like the villain is like a guy who wants to be a butterfly, and he's just represented as like this really highly feministic like nasty, perverted dude who's against.
Oh yeah,
like,
they're all really perverted a lot.
yeah,
too.
against like the main character
I have
who's
noticed
also
that.
a dude, and it's just like, come on, like you could do something that's
that
better
fucking-
than this.
Like the one gay guy from goddamn One Punch Man who's like a villain, and his one plot point is like, I like to like be disgusting and like molest dudes, and it's like, awesome.
Stop doing
Which
this.
one from that?
The really buff guy from fucking One Punch Man, he's like a villain.
I don't really
No, he's
watch
not.
anime.
Doesn't he's like
Parker
I mean,
earlier
he
in
was
this episode
jail.
is like, we're not weebs, but it's
Well,
okay.
I thought he
and-
was one of the heroes, but he just happened to be in jail.
I don't know. All I know is that he's super gross, and he's like really transphobic in the manga, so they made it less bad, I guess, in the anime, but like it's still pretty bad.
One that I found that surprised me, Persona 2, Innocent
Blonde guy?
Sin.
Whoa.
There's like a playable character named Kurosa Jun, I think his name.
Is it the blonde guy?
I don't know. I never played Persona 2.
I think you're
Sadly.
thinking of our boy Ryuji.
There's a blonde dude who has a scar and Persona is gay.
But it's like revealed through flashbacks that he and the main character
Kanye.
exchanged like gifts as kids and promised to always be together. And then they both kept those gifts, and then you could end up in a relationship
Oh, yeah.
with one of 3 romantic interests, one of them being June.
Yeah, June
That's
romance.
so sweet. I didn't know that.
That's
Persona,
like
really
super
cute.
good.
Persona, why did
Look
you
at him.
stop doing this?
Look how cute he is.
Whoa!
Oh my
look at
gosh,
his
he's so
hair.
cute.
I
Why
love
is that
him.
like a mech version of him?
That's probably him in like
Yeah,
the fucking fight.
Persona, yeah.
thing.
Oh, with his like.
That's so amazing. Persona, why did you
That's
stop
such a
doing
nice,
this?
refreshing idea.
Mm.
Because like that doesn't happen enough. Like sweet gay characters in games that are just trying to be together. Instead, there's always like my husband's
devil.
dead.
It says,
Or it's like I'm like a bad boy.
Yeah, it's either
Yeah.
a tragedy story or it's like I'm evil and perverted. It's just like can't they be normal and be happy, please?
So yeah, they do make June very feminine, but I mean that's not like a bad. There are gay men who are feminine, but like using that as a trope, like it says his main weapons are flowers, and there's like a lover's contact combo, and then like they put makeup on him and complains that he looks prettier than she does. It's just,
Oh my god.
guys, it's fine, but stop.
I fucking hate that shit. Can I
yeah.
just say I hate that fucking shit? Oh,
So
God. People are like, "Ugh,
So while
prettier
in
than
the-
me."
so there's
Shut the
Persona
fuck
2
up.
Innocent Sin, and then Persona 2 Eternal Punishment, and so he's more off to the side in the Eternal Punishment one, but he also had that game also had a female athlete named Anna who had a relationship with her obsessive admirer containing lesbian overtones.
Good, an obsessive admirer.
Yeah, that's
Of
great.
course.
But then they also had a genie who was an intersex fortune teller.
Oh,
So
was it
that's
was it
cool.
played well or was it played
I don't know.
terribly?
But it's
is
just
the
really
question.
it's really
No
surprising
one
because like
games
last
that's something.
yeah
They call it
because
gay
last week we were talking about how Persona has nothing pretty much, but now we're learning that there's something, but it's
way in the past.
In the
kind
past.
of bad.
They gotten worse.
Yeah.
Right.
All right.
Yeah. So there's Metal Gear Solid 2.
Whoa!
We're getting
I've
into
played Metal
2000
Gear Solid 2 though. I don't remember a gay character being in Metal
yeah,
Gear
isn't
Solid.
like the fucking
bisexual character
isn't the-
named Vamp.
I thought like the nerd kid was
Damn.
queer.
No, he was in love with Sniper Wolf.
Really? I thought like Snake was like hinted at not being straight. Isn't that a thing?
I don't know.
I never played the series.
I mean,
I
no.
never played.
Snake is the straightest boy, which is very sad because like
I thought it was like really. I thought he like flirted with dudes in the game.
in do you know which one you're talking about? Because there's like different versions of Snake, right? There's a Solid Snake in Metal Gear Solid.
In
1.
one of the snakes, I know one of the snakes somewhere.
Okay, well because I've played 1 through 4, and I've kind of played 5.
There's Mass Effect.
But like it's
There
pretty
it
much
is,
all
Mass Effect.
Snake
We're still
being a
looking at the-
womanizer in every Metal Gear Solid game. It's like
Ugh.
being a womanizer. So.
We're still looking at the Wikipedia. So
Grand Theft Auto? Oh, but no, Grand Theft Auto is probably very insulting.
there was
Yeah,
the Ballad
there
of
is.
Gay Tony.
Yeah,
Also-
there was like a bad guy who was gay. Yeah, Mass Effect came out in 2007. I saw one though that I was going to mention, but I forgot.
It's not trans.
There was fucking. Sorry.
Oh god, never mind. I don't like that.
Paper Mario: The Thousand Year Door.
There was a gay character in Paper Mario: The Thousand Year
Well,
Door.
it says Vivian in the Japanese
Oh
version.
yeah, the ghost girl, right?
I guess. I think I played. I didn't play it. But Vivian is said to actually be a boy in the Japanese version, and so I guess it's another case of
Calling
Nintendo.
someone the wrong thing.
Yeah, being a little transphobic. BioShock, cool. I was like, BioShock, wow, great. Instead, it says the insane artist Sandra Cohen is confirmed to be gay by the game's creative director.
Yep, I remember that.
Yeah.
Cool.
So still going with that
Yeah,
portrayal
Of
of
course, they're
like
insane
negative
and
light.
crazy,
Yeah.
so-
Like, there's something bad about them.
Fable 2, I guess Fable 1 had players able to be LGBTQ and interact with townspeople. Kanji from Persona 4 was like hinted at
See,
being.
there's the Ballad of K. Tony.
And-
Kate
but,
Tony
like-
and Grand Theft Auto 4.
I think we talked about this in episode 1 a little bit, but I haven't played all of Persona 4. I only got to like Yukiko's dungeon and I beat that and that was it. But like, isn't Kanji's dungeon all about him coming to terms with being gay or something like that?
Not because Kanji's dungeon is put in a bathhouse. Oh, I'm gonna say spoilers for Persona 4 real quick. So cut to a different bit if you don't want to hear it. But Kanji's dungeon is based in like a men's bathhouse.
Oh, yeah,
and
I
it's
remember that.
and it's like really weird. He's like naked most of the time. He has a weird lisp. He talks like mainly Kanji's shadow talks about being afraid of girls all the time. And so by the end of it, by the end of like your friendship with Kanji, he doesn't identify as gay in any sort of way, but just extremely nervous around girls. And so it's
Did they like put him in a dress at one point too?
they put all of the boys in a dress. Okay. It's for like a contest or something. Okay. And Yosuke throws a huge transphobic fit over it. But
Yosuke is a fucking dick.
Yosuke's also my boy. So yeah, it's not great. Yeah, it's just that Kanji fears being rejected, and so they do hint that he's like at least bi or something, but it's not really shown whatsoever because he ends up with like everybody says he ends up with Naoto, so it's just like, and they're like Naoto's actually a girl, so it doesn't matter. I'm like, fuck you, Naoto's gender fluid as hell.
I was gonna say, I'm pretty sure like they purposely made Naruto, like they didn't display them with a specific gender.
No, they did in the end. They're just like, Naoto may seem like a boy, but actually they're still always going to be a girl. And I'm just like, stop it.
What?
Yeah.
That's like it's such a cop-out.
Saints Row 2 and Saints Row the Third have, the female protagonist character has hints of bisexuality.
Oh yeah, she flirts with chicks. I remember that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, when I was playing Social with her, I was like, yeah, like this is awesome. I can flirt with girls.
And they also apparently allow you to play as a trans character because you can like fuck with the body settings.
Oh, that's cool.
But I didn't really. Well, Saints Row 2 I couldn't play because there's a fucking bug on Steam for one of the missions, so that's done. But yeah.
Oh, Dragon Age Origins, yeah.
Yeah, Dragon Age Origin has 2 openly bi Orpan party members.
Zevran and Leliana, my babies.
Severin! I love Severin so much!
I love Leliana. I also adore Zevran.
So yeah, when we're getting to 2009, we're getting like pretty okay.
Yeah, when we get to the...
Also, Borderlands
Borderlands is awesome.
Had Moxie, who is very, very bi.
I did not know.
Isn't
that there
I'm
was
pretty sure like one of the
LGBTQ in Borderlands.
I'm pretty sure one of the
Borderlands is really good about
Isn't
it.
Zero non-binary?
Yeah.
Zero's non-binary. Is Zero's my favorite character in Borderlands?
Yeah, Zero's non-binary.
Yeah, other Borderlands characters.
A lot of Borderlands characters are queer too.
Yeah,
Straight up.
Hammerlock. He's gay as hell.
Yeah, a lot of characters are like confirmed. They're like the creators of Borderlands are awesome.
No, I'm here for it. I mean, I was a little iffy whenever I heard about Axton because they had like a bug that made Axton seem bi, and so they like almost fixed it so that he didn't, or like he was straight again. But then they were like, I guess we'll just leave it as gay or bi. So that was good. Now we're in like 2012. There's
Mass
Dragon.
Effect.
I want to make a special note to Dragon's Dogma because that one you can be super gay in.
I've never played Dragon's Dogma. I've heard a lot of really great things about it, especially in terms of characters. Yeah, for PS4, yeah. Or did it already come out?
I don't
No,
know.
who knows?
I don't know yet. Saints Row 4 again, really good. It's player
The
sexual
Last
though.
of Us. The Last of Us. Although, like Ashley Johnson did say this quite a bit, and it was like, yeah, sure, like Ellie's gay, Ellie's not gay, Ellie's probably gay, but like I love that Ashley Johnson came up and she was like, guys, like it doesn't matter, like come the fuck on, and I was just like, yes, Ashley Johnson, it doesn't matter. It's just people connecting. There's no difference on what gender they are or how they identify. Anyway, it made me happy.
There's a whole paragraph on Dragon Age Inquisition, which sucks because like some of the shit that goes on in Dragon Age Inquisition for the LGBTQ characters is garbage. Like
We talked about it
Empress-
last week.
Yeah, and Empress Celine.
Oh God, Empress Celine. Don't
Yeah.
even get me started.
No,
Fuck.
like her lover or whatever, Briala, like they're together, you can get them back together, but like Celine killed Briala's parents. Like, do we not remember this?
So it's
that's
like not a healthy relationship.
No.
Also, isn't Celine like just like a piece of shit to all of
Yeah,
her like
Celine's
elven servants
yeah,
and stuff?
Celine's a piece of shit.
Fucking racist.
I don't like her. There's a mention to Legend of Korra because it's not referenced in the game
But
that they
Korra's bi.
apparently made, but Korra's like bi as hell.
And is Asami in the game too or no?
I don't know. It
Because
doesn't
they're
mention
both
her.
bi and they're together.
I mean, yeah, Asami is also bi. Borderlands pre-sequel, Athena, one of the playable characters, is a lesbian, and I love Athena. I like played Athena not even knowing that she was lesbian, and then as I went along, I started flirting with like with Janie Springs, and I was just like, I love Janie.
Hell
It was really
yes.
good. Yeah, and so afterwards in Telltale's Tales from the Borderlands, they like get married, and I like cried because I love Athena and Janie. We're in 2015. There's
Fire Emblem.
wait.
What?
Oh, I saw The Witcher 3, which we also talked about last week. Ciri, like she's kind of a playable character. She is. Like when asked about her feelings towards a certain dude, you can answer that she prefers women, although that may just be her trying to deflect. But there's also a gay hunter, Myslav, who's encountered in the prologue. So like,
prologue.
No, yeah,
Still-
there is a
still
gay
not
hunter. But
great.
it's still not great, especially considering the scale of the
No.
game. And I did
it's
play
like
that.
one character, and this is the first time I've seen Witcher on this list.
Yeah,
Undertale.
and
Undertale is
I
so
did
good.
play that part in The Witcher 3, and I did answer I prefer women
Nice.
in
I
the
say that.
game, and she did play it off
Yes.
very much as like, yeah, like I definitely prefer women. It was a very sarcastic response. I was just like, ugh.
Great.
Yeah, but there's Life is Strange. I talked about this last week. Life is Strange did that great. It was like, it doesn't matter if she's gay. You know, it just portrayed it as a relationship, which is what I personally want to just be normal in games. Is like, you don't have to make it like they're gay. It always has to be a statement. It always has to be a big deal in the gaming community because they're gay. Like, they were just gay and they didn't care. You know, it was wonderful.
I love Undertale.
Yeah, so we found on the list Undertale, which I didn't play.
Oh my God, you. Oh, it's so good. I'm sorry, but like
Everybody
the
tells me.
people who like fans of the game are like, they like kind of made it like kind of like cringe culture or whatever.
Yeah, honestly,
but the main
yeah.
character is referred to as they them.
Yeah.
Also, a ghost in the character is referred to as they them, and I love both of those characters.
Napstablook?
Napstablook is my favorite character in the game. And they're-
Napstablook is so cute.
and they're
Lukey.
relatable as hell. Also, there's lesbians that you can help get together.
Yeah,
and it's
Undyne
super
and
cute.
Alphys.
Yeah, you can get them together, and you can help them get on a date with each other.
And you can date Papyrus.
You can kind of date Papyrus. You can go on a date with Papyrus. I went on a friendship date with Papyrus, and he gave me spaghetti.
That's
Yeah.
so sweet.
That's all.
But yeah,
we
I
want
just
from
made me like,
Papyrus.
and the shit like that too is like shit that makes me really angry. Is when I'm like, I really enjoyed that. Like me as a fucking non-binary person, it's like I really enjoy that there's a character who's referred to as they them, and someone's like, it's probably just so anyone could relate to the character, and I'm like, shut the fuck
Yeah,
up and let me
shut
have
up.
this. God, it's like the one character I can relate to. Jesus.
Oh,
my-
Night in the Woods has LGBTQ.
My gasp was because
Yeah,
of
man.
Firewatch.
There's
Oh, I
two
haven't-
characters who are literally like boyfriends.
And I haven't played Night in the Woods
Oh,
yet.
yeah.
I
they're
have
boyfriends,
the
they're
game.
really cute.
Yeah.
So
love
I
it. It's the fox and the bear.
I haven't played Firewatch yet, but it's on the list. and-
Firewatch, there are gay characters.
Yeah, it's,
No, the
it
alligator
just
in
says
there.
it just says Ron and Dave.
Oh, wait, no, the alligator, yeah.
And so Dave had a crush on Ron, who never reciprocated his feelings. So I'm like,
I think all that's through
big
like
feel.
letters and stuff.
Yeah, it's
that's
all stuff that you learn through objects in the world.
Oh, Overwatch.
Oh yeah,
I was going to
Overwatch.
say that several heroes from Overwatch are part of the LGBT community.
Tracer. Woohoo!
Also, Overwatch, I didn't mention this last week, but also has a canonical autistic character, which is really cool.
Yeah,
right.
Symmetra is canonically autistic
Oh, really?
She's a fucking
in the comics, which is amazing, because that's another thing.
Where did it say in the comments?
It was just in her comic.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, like,
I,
they're not like, she is autistic, but she's just like, it's canonical. But it's really awesome, because that's another thing that people, like, never fucking, like, say.
Near Automata.
So
I didn't know
yeah,
that Nier
we're in
Automata.
2017 now. So there's Night in the Woods, which you guys talked about. Oh, the main character is confirmed to be Pan. That's super.
In what?
cool.
Night in the Woods?
Yeah, Night in the
A
Woods.
little kitty cat.
And then there's Mass Effect Andromeda.
Which we spoke a little bit about last week.
I love Reyes Vidal. I never
love
talked about it,
Vetra.
but I love Reyes.
I love Vetra and I love Jal.
Near Automata, like Parker said.
I didn't know that.
I didn't know that Nier
It
had.
says the characters, while not human, identify each other with male-female pronouns. Operator 6-0 discusses her confession to another female operator unit with 2B after 6-0 gets turned down. And Unit 16D reveals that she was in a relationship with her mentor, 11B.
I don't know what any of those things mean.
I remember that. I forgot.
So if that made sense to you, here you
It
go.
did. I haven't played Nier, so it didn't make sense to me.
And then obviously Dream Daddy is here.
Yeah, and Dream Daddy. I'm
Where
so
you
glad.
can just date some hot.
And you can have binder bod. Also,
Yeah.
there's a confirmed trans dad, which is the
is
best.
Damien Bloodmark.
I adore Damien. He's the best.
I love Craig too much.
I mean, I love them all, but Damien is just so cute.
Actually,
He
love
sends you
Craig and Matt.
real letters.
Yeah,
Robert,
he sends you actual letters.
Robert is
It's
my
so funny.
favorite, and then Damien, and then Matt.
My list is Craig, Matt, and then that's it because I only have enough love in my heart for those two.
I have love enough for 3, and one of them is Damien, and I love him.
I think
You get
anything
dogs.
to be taken away going through this list is that like we want more representation and we want it to be normal and
And
it's
we want
like,
it to be not villains.
and we
And
want
not
it
shitty,
to
please.
be not shitty
Or
too
played
because
off.
there is a community now of I think most everyone is like we're calling out for this stuff and the stuff that does have this and it is incorporated well is usually very well received, you know, and it's super important.
and if
With,
it's
like,
not very well received, fuck them.
yeah, and well, but if it's not well received because of its correct representation, then fuck them.
Yeah, if it's not well represented, if it's not well received by the people it's supposed to be representing, then you're doing something wrong.
Yes, and
so if you're a developer listening to this,
please,
fix your shit.
And someone like a trans person's like, "Hey, this trans character you wrote is written badly and is really transphobic. Change it. Don't
Yeah.
tell them
No,
that
like-
they're wrong."
Yeah, like in Mass Effect Andromeda where they had the NPC who just outs themselves like
Yeah.
in the first
Hello,
minute
I'm
of
trans.
dialogue.
It's like, what the fuck?
Yeah, like no trans person does that.
I'm glad they changed that though,
Yeah,
because
I'm glad
people are
they
like, "Do not do that," and they're like, "Oh, fuck, sorry."
no, yeah,
We've never met a trans
and,
people.
and like that's why it's important to have a diverse writing team, of course,
Yeah.
and to also reach out to people if you don't know what you're saying. Like
Yeah,
it's okay to
honestly,
like reach out to those people. It's
You
like
don't have to have white writers all the time.
Mhm.
Yeah, you
I
can
think-
talk to other
Cis-hets.
people.
I think that's all we're trying to say in this podcast is just that like representation is important, it's awesome, and it should be normalized. It shouldn't have to be
People
a
should be able to
controversial
relate
topic.
to characters.
And like,
I-
honestly, I
like-
wouldn't mind like a villain who is also happens to be gay, but it shouldn't be the reason
It
why they're a
shouldn't-
villain.
yeah.
It shouldn't be so.
Or it shouldn't be their biggest
I
plot
am
point.
Yeah.
obviously gay, and I'm a
Or
villain,
or
and
because
I'm
they're a
perverted.
villain, they'll like really heavily flirt with people and like, "I'm a villain. Oh, so I want to suck your dick." And it's just like, what?
we don't need that. I just want to be like, I'm an awesome villain, but I also happen to have a really sweet like husband at home.
Yeah.
Who like cooks with me, and I'm just like, I love that so much.
You shouldn't use representation and like trying to reach out to your audience as like a scapegoat for a lack of representation, you know, because that's what people do all the time. It's like, well, we're trying to make them relatable. You don't need to, you know, like if your character's gay and they're going through a lot of emotional stuff, someone should be able to relate to them because of the things that they're going through. Just because they're gay does not mean it's a wall that divides you, you know? Like there are
Gay
things
people
in-
play like every single game with a straight
Yes.
dude in it.
Yeah.
Yes, and they
we
still
get
they
over
still
it.
find
We deal
things
with
to
it.
relate to. Absolutely.
It's not like, oh no, they're gay. I can't.
Oh no,
relate to them.
another
Oh my
game with
God.
a straight white
Me,
cis
a
het guy.
straight
I can't play it.
play Tracer anymore.
I
I
cannot
know.
do it.
I can't play-
Love to look at that booty. You know, like
I can't
come
play
on.
every single AAA game because I'm not a straight cis het dude.
No, exactly. And like that's what we're just trying to say here is that like it's important because it's good and it's important that people know about it and that people are equally represented because it's easy to relate to people through just their personalities.
Also,
you know?
like I said earlier, close in the mic that's going to get deleted. Representation in games is super important, not just for the people who already know themselves, but people who are trying to find themselves. So, like, characters like Frisk and shit. If you're a kid and you're playing that game and you're like, wow, I really relate to this character. Oh, I didn't realize that was an option. That's really awesome. Like, you can
like-
realize that thing. Like, I didn't know. No one ever taught me about that shit until I taught myself. It sucks ass. I have representation, and so people who are figuring it out can have some help along the way.
Absolutely.
Yeah, dude, that's
Really
a
like-
perfect end note. Sorry, Amanda, do you want
Oh no.
to? Okay.
There's a bus on the ground.
That's my concept.
So, I'm going to bring us into our very
Pretzels on
last
the ground.
segment, for today's episode. And we're gonna play Never Have I Ever. So last time we did.
Did you just burp?
Yeah.
I mean, like, honestly, though, that's me, like, every 5 seconds when we're hanging out.
Burping?
I'm actually surprised that I haven't burped yet.
Really? I haven't heard you burp yet.
Really?
No.
In your whole life.
In my entire life, I've never heard a
Jude?
Nando Alley burp.
Jude hears me burp.
I heard her fart earlier too, right next to my fucking head.
Like, there's one time we were in the old apartment, and Jude was, like, getting something, and I burped really fucking loud, and they heard me, and they said, excuse me for me.
I was really far away. I was like in the living room, and she was in the kit room, and I was like, "Excuse you."
And, like, I was like,
Oh shit.
you're not supposed to hear that.
So now we're gonna play Never Have I Ever. And so we're gonna do a
fuck.
safe for work version.
I'm already seeing all of these ones that
Stop!
I've done.
Stop looking.
Sorry.
So for this,
Get up on the
well,
couch.
and y'all have to come up with your own questions too as
Oh,
we go
fuck.
along.
Oh shit,
Okay.
shit. Okay.
That's why I was telling you guys earlier. Anyways,
I can think about some good.
so we're gonna play the finger version. So everybody hold up. No, just 5 fingers. And so five fingers. Stop being a jerk. Parker's flipping me off right now. And so when you have done something, you put a finger down, and the first person to lose all of their fingers loses.
Okay.
So my first question is: never have I ever traveled outside of the country? Because I have not. Oh wow.
I have.
Where have you guys gone?
Peru, and then a lot of places in Europe.
My senior year of high school, after I graduated high school, me and my choir, we went to Italy to sing at the Vatican.
You met the fucking Pope.
What? That's
Yeah,
amazing.
like, what
Sorry,
the
that was
fuck?
loud.
I've been to China twice.
Wow. Cool. Okay. Now we can either go.
Oh, I thought we were gonna do all yours and then all
No.
yours. Oh, like going in order. Oh fuck, I have to think of something.
You too.
Amanda goes first.
Oh shit. Oh fuck. Never have I ever had a doggo.
Oh wait. If I have never, do I keep it up?
If you have had a dog, you keep your finger down. If you
Okay.
haven't had a dog,
If you agree with what she says, you do nothing.
Okay.
So I've had 2 dogs.
I've had
one
5.
named Goldie and one named Pixie.
I've had 5. I've had Kelsey, Millie, Maisie, Elsa, and Anna.
I'm allergic to dogs, but I want one. I want a corgi and I want to pet his butt.
You're allergic to dogs.
I'm
That's so
allergic to
sad.
dogs and cats and birds
Wait.
and.
If you end up living with us, what are you gonna do?
He's only like
Get a
mildly
kid?
allergic.
Okay.
He lives with
But
a cat.
I lived with a cat over the summer, and I died at first, but then I was fine.
Okay, you get used to it
So-
after a while.
well, but I also just like I wouldn't spend that much time in the living room, and I wouldn't let the cats in my bedroom. So like I would like go out
You have
and
to stay
socialize for like
I'm
30
trying to
minutes,
think
and then
of
go back in
something
my
I
room
haven't
to like breathe and to not die, and then I'll
Oh, I
go
know.
back out.
No, the best was when I worked at the shelter. The first week I was like, oh my god, it's amazing. There's so many cats. I get to cuddle with all of them.
Oh,
and then
I'm
like
so
after
jealous.
like 2 hours, I was like, I can't breathe.
Friend of
I
mine,
can't breathe.
friend of mine has a beautiful kitten named Marty. Shout out to my friend. You know who you are with Marnie. And Marnie is the most beautiful cat I've
Do you have
ever seen.
pictures?
I do have
Wait,
pictures.
Show
no.
pictures after. It's
Okay,
Parker's turn to
okay.
say never have
Marnie's
I.
beautiful. Oh, shit. Okay. Never have I ever eaten a real taco at a restaurant.
That's because you're allergic to milk.
That's so
Real
true.
tacos have cheese.
Yeah.
What am I supposed
Well-
to say? I've eaten a taco. Like,
Yeah.
But,
I
but,
went to
but like
Flacco's.
you can also order tacos without cheese, right?
Tacos
Yeah, but I like cheese with
Pizza
tacos.
dough.
But
Well,
like
yeah,
most-
but like
but, like-
I have never ordered a taco.
But like
Why
a
not?
real Mexican taco has cheese on it originally, so you've never
Well,
actually
yeah.
had a real taco.
my
well, I've
turn.
never had a real. Okay.
I've never been on a date. Yeah, fuck all of you.
Damn. I
You know
have-
what? You're rude.
That sucks.
I'm
That was-
lonely.
This hand position really hurts.
You don't have to do
Switch
that.
fingers. That's what I did.
Seeing Parker
that
switch
makes-
fingers
that was like so much
painful.
effort.
Yeah, it really
Oh,
hurt.
okay,
My hand
wait,
was
so
cramping.
is it just Parker and I have been on a date?
No, I went on a date.
Okay,
I was the
so
only
who
one
wants to
who-
go first?
No, it's Isaac's turn now.
Yeah, it's mine.
Wait,
Oh,
somebody-
explaining.
yeah.
Oh, I mean, I've been on not serious dates to like movie theaters, and one time I went with my like at the time boyfriend and his sister to see
Right.
Planet Earth on their birthday because they were born on Earth Day.
Oh.
So
Planet Earth Day on their birthday.
I actually have never been on. I've had a couple relationships before, but I've never actually been on a traditional date until I've met my actual boyfriend, and he's like, "Wait, you haven't?" So I actually went on my first date with him like a year ago.
And he is a sweet boy.
Everyone's so lucky. You're on date.
Jude's really salty.
I've been on dates.
Parker's been on like 6 dates this semester.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like they were.
I've had on none ever in my whole life.
Dates, so they are dates.
Well, I mean, like
And
they
you get
are
coffee.
dates. Like I talked to a person, it was a date, but also like we never went a second date.
I had a girlfriend I didn't go on dates with.
I've never had a girlfriend.
I've been through
so
like
This is such a weird
3 different
switch.
relationships.
Yeah, it's like
before that,
Junior
and
are
I've
the
never
opposite.
been on a
All we
date
did was like
before.
sit in a room and fucking watch movies. It's
That
not a
sounds
date.
awesome.
Just
Are you
hanging out.
shitting me?
No, it was fun, but I've never been on a date.
Anyway,
Okay, next one.
So
Wait,
my
I
next.
thought it's Jude's turn.
No, I went.
Oh, wait,
never
yeah.
been on a date.
Jude was
Oh,
the
right.
date.
Oh, sorry, you're lonely.
So it's me, Isaac turn. Never have I ever been to a music festival.
I'm gonna fucking lose.
oh wait,
Oh, are you
wait,
two the
like,
only people who've been on
what-
a music festival?
what counts as a music festival?
A music festival. What?
Lollapalooza, Riot Fest.
Oh well, then no, I've never been to one of those.
You've been to a music festival?
Yeah, I went to Spring Awakening for my 18th birthday, and I saw Skrillex.
That's
It
awesome.
was awesome.
Cool.
Spring
I thought you
Awakening's a
were talking about the
musical.
really sexual musical. Spring Awakening.
It's a very sexual musical.
It is a very
That's
sexual
the
musical.
true story of my coming out. It
What
was
is
a
that?
Spring
I
Awakening.
don't know what
Spring Awakening, it's a musical. It's very sexual.
It's
Well, I
very
don't know.
sexual.
For everyone at home, I have 1 fucking finger left, and everyone else has.
Oh yeah, so finger count.
I have 3.
Isaac has 2.
Amanda has 2.
Parker has 3.
Jude's at 1.
Okay.
If any of you target me, I'm pissed.
Never have I ever been to group. No, I'm just kidding. Is it my? Oh, it's my
Yeah.
turn. Never have I ever eaten French food like frogs. I've never had frogs' legs. But you've had.
Yeah.
That was aw.
Oh.
I didn't go to France. I ate it in Indiana, but I had frog legs.
Yeah.
You had authentic Indianese French food.
Indian shut up.
I had food from a
Me as someone who lives
didn't
in
know you had
Indiana,
frog
hates you for saying
Yeah, I had.
Can I say escargot?
Ohioan.
I've had
I am an
escargot too.
Ohioan.
So have I.
When I was in Hawaii, I had escargot.
Never have. I'll do it so you don't lose.
Oh.
Never have I ever. Never.
Drop my phone in a toilet.
I've done that. Don't
I've
say
done that too.
Also, don't say phone in a bowl of soup because I've also done that.
Never have I ever been to California.
Wow, none
Wow,
of us.
none of us
No,
been
I
to
have.
California.
Been to
Oh.
Never have I ever been to Nevada, the state.
You had to clarify
What's in
the
Nevada?
state.
What's in Nevada? Las
Las
Vegas?
Vegas.
No, I've never been
Vegas.
there. Oh wait, no, I've been to Reno.
Okay. Never have I ever.
I'm sorry,
been
I've done
to
so many things.
Fucking Alaska.
I have never been to Alaska.
Okay.
My parents went without me once.
Okay.
That's mean.
It's your turn, Parker.
They
Shit.
took a picture of each other and then they gave me the picture of them in Alaska.
That's the worst.
Yeah, it
Oh
was.
my goodness.
Go, Parker.
Never have I ever been to a strip club.
Ash and I were actually thinking about going because it was a really good deal.
I want to go. I want to go so bad.
Like he had like 31s because we kept like going places and he'd always use his 20s. So he had like 31s and there's like a dude in the city be like, "Hey, strip club,
I almost
dinner for
went to
2
one.
for couples."
So,
in
just so
Missouri.
everybody knows, nobody put a finger down for going to a strip club.
But 3
None
of us
have
are thinking
gone.
about it.
Yeah,
of us
we're
were
thinking
like,
about it.
you
But
know.
When I was in
3 of you, 4 of us.
when I was at
I was thinking
Cotty,
about going to,
I would like to
we
go
almost
to
went to a
ones.
gay strip club for someone's birthday.
oh my god, my biggest dreams.
I would like to go to a strip club, please.
Never have I ever been in a helicopter.
None of us put
Wow,
a finger
Amanda
down.
did it.
Well, Amanda, you've
When
been in a
you- when
helicopter?
you in-
What's that story?
So it wasn't really that cool. We just went. We ended up going. Bleh. We were going to St. Croix because my grandparents had like a condo there, and they decided to use a helicopter instead of the little mini planes.
That's myth. Oh, like a puddle jumper.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
it was really cool.
Wow.
It was very loud.
I've always wanted to be in a helicopter, but I feel like I'd get really claustrophobic.
It's not as bad as you think because it's depending on the one, it has an open door. So instead of being claustrophobic, you're just terrified you're gonna fall out.
There
See,
you
that wouldn't
go.
scare me. I'm not afraid of heights.
Yeah, but like there's a lot. I mean, you're hooked in by like 5 and 8, like 5, like fucking.
I'm fine with that,
seatbelts.
as long
It's
as
just-
that's closed in.
And like my mom kept like yelling at me over the microphone and being like, Amanda, please stop sticking your head out with your camera.
That would be me, like,
you're gonna lose your
like
camera.
a dog.
That was $500. And you're gonna lose your fucking head. And I'm
It's
like,
like,
this is
I gotta take a picture of the ground when it drops phone from the
I'm
helicopter.
so happy I got Amanda to put a finger down even though we're
Yeah.
cheating, so I didn't lose when she said the first thing, also the second or third things.
So yeah, this will probably be our last question because we got 2 people with 1 finger left, and Parker and I are babies and haven't done anything.
I have 3 fingers. I'm more of a baby than you are,
Yeah,
apparently.
I have 2.
I
Even
have
though you're
3
2 months
fingers.
older.
What's the
I'm
next
2 months
question?
older.
So the next question is: never have I ever broken a bone.
I've never actually broken a bone.
What? Wow.
Parker has.
What'd you break?
This summer, he broke
this
his fucking
summer,
arm.
broke
broke
my
his
fucking
arm.
elbow.
Aww.
He came into work with a sling, and I was like, what the
Oh,
fuck?
right.
Yeah,
You mentioned that.
yeah. So the story behind that is
He fell off a boat.
I did, mother, if you're watching this, it was the stairs.
Listening.
I promise you. Yeah, so I'll explain that too. So I wanted to get a second job to get more money, right? And so my friend Austin is working on the tall ship Windy at Navy Pier right now, and it's the only sailboat that does like the lake tours, right? And it's really, really cool. So I went on, and because I was like, well, shit, like my whole family has like a history of
first day.
sailors. My whole family has like a history of sailors. So I asked Austin, I was like, hey, can I like come on the boat, learn the ropes a little bit, and then like see if they would be interested in like adding me to the crew? And he was like, yeah, come on. So then I went there, and then I raised the sails and was part of the crew for a day.
And he fell off.
And then I fell, and I broke my elbow. And I was like, ow, that hurt. And then I was like, ow, that really hurt. Ow, fuck, that hurt. And then I was like, I could move my arm like a minute ago. Why can't I move it past like 70 degrees? So I had broken my elbow.
Ow. Well, now Parker and I are tied, and I thought that was gonna knock somebody out, but it did not.
Crap, it's my turn.
I did
Yeah.
get a lot of bruises as a kid, but I somehow never broke anything, which is really surprising.
Never have
even
I
grunny.
ever need. Wait 1 second. I need to figure out if it's true for myself.
What?
my God.
There you go.
Never have I ever had surgery.
Wait, does like wisdom teeth removal count as surgery?
No.
I would
Awesome.
not count that.
Oh, damn it.
Because if it
Okay,
did,
so
then
no
it
one
count
has had
for me
surgery here.
because I forgot that it counted as surgery technically, but it's not. I'm not gonna count.
Okay.
Okay,
well,
so
I've
we're
had
not
my
counting
wisdom
wisdom teeth.
Awesome.
Okay.
I guess
Other
none
than
of us
that,
have had
no.
surgery.
Okay.
Wow.
So your turn.
Parker's turn.
Never have I ever kissed anyone.
Aww.
You know what? You know
That was
what?
bullshit,
That
and you
was
know
rude
it.
and
You need to do a different one.
Fine, I'll do
Okay,
I'll
do
do
a
a different
different
one. God damn it.
What's something you haven't done?
I'm trying to think. Never have I ever gone skydiving.
I want to go skydiving so bad.
So have none of us gone skydiving?
Okay,
Damn
I'm
it.
planning on it though. Never have I ever
Cool.
gotten in a car accident.
Oh shit. got
Well,
me.
you know what?
I didn't know you'd been in a car
Wait,
accident.
do you
Like,
count
what
with
kind
like
of car
other
accident?
cars or just
Your
like
car hit something.
Yep.
Well, I wasn't the one who's.
It doesn't matter. You were in the car.
Well, I've been in like 4 then.
Oof. Yeah.
Jeez. Have you ever been in a car accident? Me either.
Yeah. No. I told this story to these folks earlier, but I hit one of those like electric pole boxes. I guess I don't know because I was sad that
Sorry,
it was
Snickers.
raining.
Sorry.
So let's see. Which one do you want to learn about? Okay, so the first one, I was driving with my mom, and she has a tendency to hit things, but also people in New York are fucking stupid when driving.
New York.
New York.
Welcome
You know,
to New York.
Long Island.
Sounds like a Doctor Who place.
It's like their bones are just so creaky that when they shake hands, they're just like.
But yeah, so the first time a garbage truck hit us
Ouch,
because
that's
they
dangerous.
decided to
They're
run
big.
the stop sign, but they didn't hit us that hard. And then the second time we got rear-ended, and then the third time she bopped a pole a little bit. And then the fourth time, we have a really busy road, and some stupid person who's new, decided like, I'm gonna drive right in the middle of it. And then like my mom and I were already having a really shitty day, so we were like talking about it, and then like she wasn't able to stop fast enough, so she lightly tapped the car, but it was awful, and she like cried, and like cause the car also needed to go get seen by the company. So like when the cop came, she like broke down. I was like, I'm really sorry. I did a really shitty
I just
day.
remembered. Okay, so car accidents, I imagine, is like you have to like at least like do this when you hit something. Because I was at a gas station once, and I was like, I just stopped. I was really tired. I just stopped, and I like parked my car. I was like, oh my goodness. And then I like my car went like boom, and I'm like, why did my car just like rock forward? And then I like got out. And I was like, what the fuck? And I like turned around. This woman behind me was like, oh, I'm so sorry. And I'm like, what happened? And she's like, I bumped into your car. And I like looked, and there was like nothing there. I'm like, you just like gave me a love tap.
And it's just a love tap.
And she's like, do you want my information? I'm like, no, I don't care. Go about your
car just
day.
falls
Man,
apart right
my-
after.
Dude, I think there was like a skid mark, but I was like, and I was like, it's
skid
gone.
mark.
Yeah.
That's
And I was like, no, just get your gas, my dude. And she's like,
Well-
thank you. I was like,
Well, Jude would have lost if we.
yeah, I would have
didn't
lost
stop-
if we were playing real.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
because apparently they had frog legs.
yeah.
In Indiana.
What was the weirdest
which I
thing
mean
you
that those
guys
parts will be
eaten?
cut.
Hold up.
guinea
We'll save
pig.
that question for post podcast. So yeah, Amanda and Jude lost. I was very close to losing, and Parker's an absolute baby boy.
I
so
win.
that's
You did
the
it.
results
Still
of Never
my-
Have I Ever. Thank you for listening to this podcast. Hopefully, we'll get another one out soon.
Don't actually smell
I don't know if
my
it'll-
The other one smells really good.
Smelling armpits,
trying
you
to
absolute children.
Finish off the podcast.
The
I mean,
deodorant
last
smells
week
really
it
good.
ended off with what do sea cucumbers do? So this is fine. Thank you for listening. Like, comment, subscribe, do whatever.